So I've been hearing a lot of talk on Facebook groups about issues with their water heaters leaking, freezing up, and people just struggling to kind of, figure it out. We live here in Michigan, and so we've got some cold winters. Last year it was down to -10, -15. I know there's colder places, but I feel like this is a pretty good example. So we made our own feeder instead of buying from the store. We kind of like ours because it's a larger capacity. You can use whatever you want. We happen to have some 6-gallon buckets on hand, and we kind of did it ourselves. I've used this for maybe, we've had chickens this time for about 2 years, but before that I had them for a couple years before, and I've never had a freeze up on this. And so all I use is a bucket. These nipples, I recommend the nipples because they don't freeze up in the winter. The cups do. Cups, the chickens will jump on top of the cups. They'll break them off. They'll put dirt in them. You'll have to clean them out. Just use these. I recommend getting the ones. With a drill already included. That way, you got the right size drill, and all you have to do is screw them in. Well, thank you. In terms of the water heater, I put an aquarium heater in here, and all I did was I cut a little slit here, ground it out with a little grinder. You can probably use other tools. You're using a hot knife, you just got to be careful. And you just want as little as a space as possible, just enough to let the cord through. And another important factor is you don't want to get just any aquarium heater. You want to get one that specifically has a thermostat, a digital thermostat, that when you pull it out of the water, it turns off automatically. Now that's going to do two things for you. Number one, if you pull it out of the water, it's not going to overheat and melt and kill itself. Number two is if you want to take this bucket out and you want to go fill it somewhere else, you want to take it inside and fill it and then bring it back out, you don't have to unplug the heater. You don't worry about it. You set it down, you take the bucket, you go. I just bring gallon jugs out here and fill it. I bring hot water from the house and just kind of put it in here. But you don't need to put hot water in here. It went down to -10 degrees last year, -10, -15, and this thing was just fine. The outside didn't freeze. Nothing really froze on the top. Sometimes you get a little ice up here on the top, but it's fine. This is a 100-watt heater. That's not a lot of energy, and it doesn't run all the time. Another thing that's nice about this is some heaters you buy for aquariums, they're preset to like 80 degrees. This one you can set it as low as 66 degrees. You don't need hot water for the chickens. The warmer you get it in here, you get this thing at 80 degrees, you're going to get bacterial growth. You don't need that. 66 degrees is just fine. In fact, if there was one that would only go to 50 degrees, I'd pick that up. But this is all I was able to find, and that works pretty well. It goes down to 64 degrees, I suppose. So I probably have it set at 64. So yeah, so I just thought I'd offer that tip. And then if you're in the DIY mood in the summer or whatever, or you're having issues with your feeder, or you want to use your feed more efficiently, I've got a no waste feeder here. This is kind of better what you can find at Tractor Supply because, they're larger openings and the turn downs go down farther. You do get a lot less waste with this. So the only thing I would recommend though is when you fill it, don't top it off. Wait till it's mostly gone, and then whatever you got in the bottom, just kind of dump out, because you don't want to keep topping off because you'll get some mold growth at the bottom, and that's just natural because your feed's going to be old. You refill this 4 times, the feed at the bottom is just staying at the old feed. So make sure you dump it all out, and that's about it. So